The customer is at the core of everything we do in a successful business. And today we're going to look at the most important aspect of product management, and that is the customer. Who the customer is right now, how to know this customer, find this customer, and keep this customer. So we're going to look at the trends between the 20th and 21st century in the customer perception aspect of purchase of goods and services, brought on largely by the information age. And the internet and social media has really expanded the landscape, and this has brought on a focus on experience of the customer with regards to emotions and emotive feeling, as opposed to just a logical purchase. So by and large, you have a lot of customers buying stuff which they want as opposed to what they need. The market has become more consumer based, and you have people buying more items and more products as opposed to just one singular product. So brand loyalty has been stretched. You'd have clients buying both Apple products and HP products. You'd have a client buying both Nike and Adidas. You'd have a client buying both Toyota and Nissan based on their emotive needs and of course their buying power. So this section of the module is going to focus more on how do we tap into the emotive state of the customers so that we can be able to have our product getting a part of that purchase base. Now, right now you have more brand-led customers, and to access these brand-led customers, one of the things your company has to do is to focus more on collaboration with people who sell similar products as opposed to competition. That's because the landscape has expanded so much thanks in part to the social media. And because of that social media aspect, the market is less of a geographical space and more of a space that occupies the hearts and mind of the consumer. The most important aspect, and I've said this over and over again, and I'll still say it to a business, is the customer. Now, one question that I consistently get asked is, what do customers really want? And I like to look at the customer the way I'd look at a loved one or somebody that you'd be in love with. And customer has a similar need to our very basic human needs, because a customer is a human being. And people don't just buy products, people buy people. So what does a customer want? The customer wants to have a belonging to a certain group, a certain class, a certain status. The customer wants to belong to a tribe. They want 360 degrees of you. You see, they don't just want to understand about your product. They want to know about the person behind the product. They want to understand how that person perceives the world, and they also want somebody, a solution provider who understands them, who gets them. If you have a customer who calls you and they don't get anyone else on the line, call them back. If you have a customer and you happen to be engaged and you tell them you'll call them back, call them back. Customers are looking for truthful people, real people. They want solution providers who are honest. They want solution providers who not only solve problems, but who connect with them on a human and emotive level. So we know what our customers want. We have an idea of that. The next thing is, where do we find these people? Where do we find these brand-led customers who will pay us on time and in full, pay us in advance, and constantly and consistently give referrals about our business to other people? That's the dream customer, right? Where do we find them? And the answer here is, first of all, really understand the business that you're getting into. Have a business plan, right? Once you do that, then understand your product, and we'll go into those sections of deeply understanding your product in section 3 and 4. But understand where to have a unique product, or how to deliver a product that everyone already has but in a unique way. Name your customers and tribe. There's a fancy fun thing I like doing. I like naming my customers. So she would be Sad Sarah, or Happy Harry, or Fantastic faith. Make it fun and lively as you're segmenting your customers. Know the demographic and want to solve the solution. Is it male or female? Are they between 18 to 24 years old? What's the buying power? How many people are in the typical family setup of your desired customer base? Really understand, what the component makeup of your customer is. Build your brand presence before launch. Visibility leads to credibility, which leads to profitability. So before you even launch your product, shout out about who you are as a person, who you are as a business, what you're trying to solve before putting out your product there and the pricing. And then learn how to sell effectively, which will really cover well in the next slide. Being a master salesman is very simple, or a sales lady for that matter. The main thing is just be your authentic self. Don't hide your accent, don't hide who you are, because at the core of any effective sales pitch is authenticity and truth. Without truthfulness, you don't really have a business. When you're talking to your client, make them feel safe and let them feel at ease. The best way of doing that is to be truthful. Sell value before cost. I personally like giving 3 things first before pitching any business idea. I could give them sweets or snacks or coffee. I could also give them, my time. This training that I'm providing you is free, and I'm giving out a free ebook on that. Learn to give free stuff before just giving your product, because right now it seems it's gimme. If you're able to give something free, you tend to have your customers focus more on you and then what you're offering. Learn to also be able to communicate effectively how you're going to help them out. For instance, in this training, I want to help you understand your business, your customer, and your product so that you'll be able to develop a powerful product that matters to your customer, that matters to you, and hence will be able to give you the revenue that you desire. So this training is to help you develop a powerful product by first understanding your business and then your customer. Enroll your client. Avoid hot pursuit. Avoid pushing your product down their throat. Sell value before cost. And finally, keep a database of your customers so that you can keep in touch with them. Why should we keep in touch with a customer? Well, the most important reason for this is so that you remain top of their mind. In the information age, the attention span of human beings has moved from a couple of minutes, being 6 to 8 minutes, to mere seconds. There's so much information overload, it's hard to keep the attention of people. And for people to remember your business exists and that you have a product to sell, and at the same time not being consistently in their faces and irritating them, you have to find a way of keeping all these contacts of your customers in one space and strategically reaching out to them to understand where you can improve as a business, to help them know that your business is growing and keeping them, abreast with the changes in your company in terms of staff changes, in terms of new product launches, in terms of office moves. It's very important that your customer knows where you're going. Remember, this is a relationship, and the key to a healthy relationship is communication. So communicate in a relatively relevant way to your customer so that they can still stay as part of your brand scope. Keep a database of past, present, and future clients, not just the ones that you're getting today, but the ones that helped you start off in business. Some people that I've mentored have been with me for over 7 years, and these are powerful references, especially for the new and upcoming clients. Appreciate customers for their loyalty. Give them, invest in gifts invest in thank yous personalized just for them.